My name is Leonardo Castillo. I'm from Brazil. I came to Saudi Arabia for the first time 10 years ago in 2012. I was here for short periods of time, but 6 months ago I had the chance to move here for good and be working full-time in Saudi Arabia. So I'm working for one of the flagship projects of the country as part of the Saudi Vision 2030. أنا مبسوط هون. Ten years ago, the country was a little bit more closed with more restrictions, let's put it this way. And it's nice to see what's happening in the country and the reforms that are happening, and people are more open, and places that you don't need to be segregated. I graduated as an architect in Brazil long time ago, and I started working there for a couple of years, but my goal and my dream was to work abroad. So I had the first chance to work in China. So I moved to China in 2005. I spent 1 year working in China. I went back to Brazil and I started teaching and working at the same time for a year. And then I had the first invitation to come to the Middle East. And then this was back in 2007. So I came, and then I've been working based in different countries with different companies as well. Like as I mentioned before, Egypt, Lebanon, Qatar, UAE, Bahrain, even India, Saudi. But now, since a couple of months, is the first time I moved to be full-time based in Riyadh. And I'm here to work for one of the key flagship projects that's part of the Saudi Vision 2030. I would say is once I have to move to a new country, you have to readapt, you need to make new friends. So it's always a little bit of a challenge because despite of similarities that the country might have with my hometown, it's a new environment. You need to adapt, you need to give yourself some time to understand the place, where you go, even from a simple visit to a supermarket to get familiar with the local products, to even build up your social network and connect with people that have similar minds, and then eventually places to eat, places to visit, and then this will be part of your weekly life. I think the first word that comes to my mind is patient, because the dynamics of the Middle East are a little bit different than Europe and South America from where I come from. So you have to be patient and allow yourself time to understand the people and respect the culture, because it's different. Even we might think that we can adapt and within a day or two familiar, but we're not. We need to allow time and listen, be able to hear what people need to say and share the experiences as well, and then you can move on and be in a comfortable space. always come with an open heart and an open mind. So the first time I landed here, it was nice to be really welcome, but it was fantastic because everyone was willing to help, even for a single information, to go left to right, or to give advice where to go, where to visit. Riyadh, I see it as a cosmopolitan city, so I'm really happy to be living there. There's a lot happening at the moment. There's a lot of restaurants, art scene, a lot of places to explore, so I'm really happy, and I think there's a lot of potential, and with the years to come, I think the city will just be more incredible. The first place I chose to travel within Saudi Arabia is Alula. I visit Alula for a couple of days, and like picking up Hegra, for instance, is just such a special place. I'm still mesmerized by what I've seen there, and I think everyone needs to go and feel the energy of that place. It's just like incredible. And then on top of that, just like going throughout the city, you have such incredible landscape with the date palms, with the rock formations, the desert, the canyons. And then on top of that, you have the old town that's beautiful. It's just like, in the way they're preserving it, it's just like incredible. And then Jebel Fis, Elephant's Rock, which is a unique rock formation as well, such a special place. And on top of that as well, not only all the heritage that Alula has, but they're bringing more contemporary activities like the Eco Trail, like the Desert X experience. For instance, I'm very passionate about arts, and I came specifically to spend some time with Desert X, and all the works are just like incredible. They could be anywhere in the world, like the quality of the works and then the interaction within the setting that they are right now for this year. It's just like fantastic. When I'm not at work, my mindset is on travel mode. So I'm always thinking about the next destination, the next place to visit. Even within Riyadh, even can be a small place to visit and have a new experience, or traveling domestically or internationally. So my mindset is always looking for the next trip, planning and trying to arrange new experience to come. I think Alula will be in my mind for quite some time, but for the next trips I would like to visit Jeddah and spend some time there, and Dammam as well. So these are, I think, my next destinations. I think being an architect, I come to see the world. I can be in different countries, be exposed to different cultures, and that's what I personally love to do. And I've been really grateful. I've been able to work in different countries. And I think this for me is important, to be immersed in different cultures, see historical places, and try to learn and evolve from that. Interesting enough, I chose to go to Jack's district one day. There was a workshop with, I think, 10 sculptors with doing their works with marble, and it was just like one-to-one. I came to interact with the artists, to see the works being produced, and it was like incredible. When can you have a chance to do that in one-to-one and be in such an environment with an open-air workshop where the artists are there producing their work? So that was one. And then when the Diria Biennale opened, I visited as well. I went a couple of times with like great pieces of work, and could be like a Biennale of Venice, of São Paulo. It was just like fantastic. Last year I attended the Middle Beast, which was such an incredible show. I was very impressed with the amount of diversity they have, the number of stages, the quality of the sound system, the quality of the stages, the quality of the whole production was like incredible, and a mix of some local artists as well and some international renowned artists. It was just incredible. I first heard of Riyadh season. I was not sure what was Riyadh season, and then I started checking, and such a fantastic array of events. I've been in pretty much a few places like the Riyadh Boulevard. I was like impressed with the scale and the quality that's offered. Pretty much you can have sport activities, you can have cultural events, concerts, and just going there to dine is just like fantastic. top of that, I've been in Almuraba. They had that historical area that they did some restaurant pop-ups, and it was just like a magical evening with all the lights and the setting throughout the garden. It was like beautiful. I've been as well to Groves, which was a different setup within the diplomatic quarter. Also incredible. And it's nice because the way they did was bringing food and nice restaurants within a local context and bring it to the next level. So at the same time, you can have a nice fine dining within a nice local setting, and was like just fantastic. I tried Saudi cuisine once. The food was a little bit different, but it was interesting to try the mixes that they have, even to do a white rice and the breads. So it was quite interesting mix of flavors. I love coffee as well. That would be another similarity with Brazil. Brazil is maybe one of the world producers of coffee and export. And I'm always going and trying different coffee places. I found the Saudi coffee a little bit stronger, which I personally like. And every place I try, you can see the nuances. They're a little bit different and quite unique. So, and it's interesting because the locals are so passionate about coffee. And sometimes I've never seen this in my life, going into a place and see a coffee shop with a queue of 30, 40, 50 people even. I think there are a couple of things that come to my mind. Number one, I have to say the passion for football. Every time I say I'm from Brazil, the Saudis are so passionate and they're really supportive of Brazilian national team. That's one, which is nice because it's a way of engaging as well. Hospitality. I think Saudis are like, they welcome all the foreigners, especially nowadays that all the tourists are coming to the country. They like to communicate, they like to explain with passion the history and what they have to offer. And a little bit of the climate. We have, despite of us being us in Brazil being on the southern hemisphere, we have a very warm climate as well. So these are the initial things that come to my mind. Saudi Arabia is one of the places that give you a nice welcome hospitality that you don't find everywhere. So that's something that I would miss the day I leave. The motivation for me is tomorrow. So I always think about tomorrow and still living the present, living today, but being excited about tomorrow, about doing new things, visiting new places, connecting with new people. So that's pretty much what I consider as an inner motivation for myself. Living here by myself, I think the thing I miss the most, of course, the family and then the friends, especially that I've been moving a lot. I made a lot of friends as well in different cities, in different countries, but the moment you move, you kind of disconnect a bit. Even nowadays, you have so many ways in keeping connecting with people, but the moment you are not physically in the same city, so there is a disconnect. And then family, but I always talk to them and they're always very excited to see my adventures, the places I'm visiting. Oi a todos, minha família e meus amigos aí no Brasil. Como vocês sabem, eu estou morando na Arábia Saudita e a mensagem que eu quero mandar para vocês é: na próxima viagem, tentem visitar a Arábia Saudita. É um país maravilhoso, fantástico, com diversas opções, cidades incríveis, um patrimônio histórico maravilhoso, toda a costa do Mar Vermelho. São muitas opções e eu tenho certeza que todos vocês vão ficar maravilhados se tiverem a chance de visitar a Arábia Saudita. Então essa é a mensagem que eu mando para vocês. E se precisarem de alguma ajuda, eu posso dar algumas dicas e vai ser muito bom ter vocês aqui.